Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. Now, as promised, I'm going to be doing a video on this cupboard area. If you saw my previous video, which was all about modifications that I've done in my van, there was about 7 little modifications, DIY mods you can do, really cheap. And this was one of them, but I said I was going to do a separate video on it because it's quite involved, is this cupboard space, as you will see. So, like I say, this is what today's video is all about. So what we'll do is we'll get the door open and we'll start trying to explain what's going on inside there. Right, so we've all got a cupboard space pretty much similar to this. You might have a push button latch door, you might have a tambour door. As you can see, I've got a tambour door. Now in here I wanted to have a modular and adaptable space. So I didn't just want shelving that was fixed, I wanted to be able to adapt it depending on what kind of trip I was going on, what kind of kit I was taking. Was it just me? Was it me and the kids? Was it for a weekend? Was it for a week? Was it for a day? That's what it's all about. So let's get the door open, and straight away you can see that I've got a sensor light in there that comes on. So as you can see, I've got it currently laid out with a shelf on the bottom, shelf there and a shelf there. Now it didn't start out like that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take you right back to bare bones as it was when it came from the camper conversion company, and I wasn't too happy with it, so I decided to change it. So what we'll do now is we're going to take all this out and just take it back to bare bones. So that's pretty much how it looked. These battens weren't on the wall, and obviously that shelf up there wasn't there. I've added that since I got the van. This side panel here wasn't there. Behind here I've got, if I just pull that out, that's all my electrics, but they were all on show, bare. I've added that for my charger there, Blue Smart charger for when I'm on electric hookup, but all this was on show and in this cupboard space, and I didn't want that. So I've created this, yes, you've guessed it, foam board panel that fits in there. That just tidies that up. And then I have this sort of space here that would lift out. Another light's just come on. I have another light down there. This wasn't here. This just went straight down into the locker down below. But what you can see I've done there is I've created another sort of storage area which I can put stuff in like that. I mean, that'll go all the way down to the end, so it's a big space, and is a useful additional storage area. However, now this is where it starts getting really modular. If, for example, it was absolutely chucking it down outside and there was something, I mean, generally I would organise it so I wouldn't have to, but if I needed something out of that cupboard space down there, then I'll try and do this as best I can. These sections, these as you can see, they're in sections. So this bit lifts like that and slides over, so I can now get to the storage area down there. I can get right down there, I can get this bag, and I can get to stuff in that lower storage area, and then that just slides back into position. And then the other one, there's another one under there that just slides and there's a slight gap at the end, so I can just get my hand in and pull everything back. And then this again is made of foam board. I mean, it is a little bit flexible, so I'm not going to be putting bricks in there, but for stuff like this, lightweight stuff, it's ideal. Now then, I didn't like the look of that. One, they've cut it really bad and it doesn't sit properly, so I didn't really like it. So I took that out, got rid of that, and I created another panel to fit in there, which fits nicely in there like that, and it just neatens everything up. It's all nicely carpeted, it all matches, and it just makes that area, to me, look much more aesthetically pleasing. It's more sound deadened, it's not as harsh as this furniture board. I just think it looks better, and if I ever need to get in there, I can just lift that and I can get in and I can get to that section there. That could be a secret section. I could put I don't know, laptops, or if I go in out for the day. I mean, if anybody comes in the van and there's loads of stuff in here, you know, if this is full of stuff, then they may not know there's another thing under there. And if they go to the back and look at through that door down below, inside, you can't see this secret section. So it's hidden away. I know if they're going to find it, they're going to find it, but that's my way of thinking anyway. But I just like it. I just think that really looks neat. And yeah, I really liked it. So we carry on. So I then decided, right, I want to use this area as best I can, depending on what I'm doing and what I'm taking. Now let's say, for example, I'm using these collapsible crates. Apologies for the camera work, doing it one-handed. I can put that crate in there. Oh, we're getting a big glare off that light. I can put that in there, and that fits in there, and I can push that all the way to there and get another one in there, so I can have two of those big collapsible crates. They fit in there, or anything else. I could stuff sleeping bag in there, whatever. I've got that whole space to work with. But we move on. So again, I've made modular shelving. You can see I've got the brackets there. So I can now put this in here. It goes in a certain way, and I can't quite remember how I did it last time. It does go in, trust me. I just can't remember. Ah, there we go. Right, so that one, did you see that? That one has now slid in to the back. I then have another one. You just see it's got a little bit of a notch there. That one goes in there when I get it right, like that. So I've now got a shelf there, which I can put stuff in and still have that space. I've still got that space to put the big collapsible crate in. I've got a space underneath, but I've now got a shelf there. Now then, you can see I've got brackets at the back there. So, as expected, I'm going to put a shelf in there. So, that shelf will go on there, like that. That's not going to work, is it? No, that's not going to work. Which is why I've made this. Now obviously this isn't something that I'm going to be changing backwards and forwards every hour. It's just I would set this up as I need it for whatever trip I'm going on and whatever stuff I'm taking. So this little piece here just goes onto there, sits onto there like that, and like that. Whoop. And then this end that pin locates in there, and then you grab hold of this and you just pull it that way a little bit, line that up, and then this shelf, you can see it's got a little block on there, so when that goes in, sorry about the camera work, when that goes in and I push it back and push it into place, it locks it into place. So that is really sturdy now, and that's going nowhere. So now I can get my modular shelving, and that can go in there like that. I could still stand stuff there if I wanted, but I've got a shelf. That one could just go up there like that, out of the way, or I can bring that one across like that. So I've now got a shelf there. I mean, it's sturdy enough that that's going to take quite a lot of weight, and I'm not going to, like I say, I'm not going to be putting bricks in there. I'm just going to be storing stuff like that, just up on top, all the way along. So I can now get my crates, put them in there. I've got a little dividing piece. It just slips in there for now, and then the other one goes in there. I've still got all that space down there and all that space down there, so that divider just stops these from rattling together. So like I just mentioned, if I wanted to, I could use that storage, I can use that storage, but if I wanted to lift that out and put that there, I can now stand stuff in there, bottles of wine or orange juice, cordial, anything tall can now fit in there. But if I don't want to do that, I put it back and I use it as a shelf like that. So that's how the system adapts and is modular. I can still access up there. I've got that storage there. I never need to go in there. Don't need to go in the electrical bit. The socket is always on for the charger, so I never need to I'll just plug in the electrical hook up. I've got a consumer unit there which I switch on, and then it makes the socket live that powers the Blue Smart charger up there. So there you go. So that's that section. But now we're just going to go to the back. So you can see there that I've got a crate that's under the shelf, and I can't quite I can get my hand in, but there's no way I'm going to be able to get anything out of there. So all I do is I just take the stuff out from the shelf above, and the modular shelf just lifts up, pushes to the back, and now I can get out whatever I need from that particular crate and put it back in again. And then the shelf just returns back to its original position. Put the stuff back in on top of the shelf. All done. Simples. It took me quite a while to get to this stage. Sort of playing around with shelving, just changing it, slightly altering it, coming up with different ideas on how to, like this support piece here. I originally had a telescopic piece that pulled out from that side of that, but it wasn't strong enough, so I ended up going for that system, and that works really well. And like I said earlier, it's not something I'm going to be chopping and changing on a regular basis. I'll just set that up that way and I'll use it like that, and I can change it if ever I need to. Now, as I've been creating this system, I've been trying to find suitable containers that fit perfectly in these spaces. Some containers I already had, so I worked the space around the containers. Other areas, like down here, I created the space with an idea of what I wanted to do container wise, and as you can see, I've got these are out of an old fridge, but they were never used, so they're brand new. They're not ideal because they're a little bit easily breakable, so I'm not too keen on them, but for now they'll do, and they do fit quite nicely in there. But I'm going to just go to this top shelf here, because this area above was dead space originally. When you crammed everything in, you could push stuff up there, but to get to it was a little bit difficult. You had to take stuff out to get to the top. So I thought, right, I'm going to create a shelf there that's permanently fixed, although it does come out, but it's permanently fixed. Light comes on again. And then what I did is I've got these containers, which have just got like a snap lid, sealable lid. They're just food containers. I got them from B&M Bargains. They're about £1.50 each, and they just hook under and they slot into these sort of retaining pieces here. It's like a huge comb, which I've made out of sort of box battening wood, covered it in carpet. I've secured it with 2 screws underneath so that doesn't move, and it holds 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of those containers, and then at that end I've got a little box that has all my adapters and leads for my Bowden's generator. So as you can see, they come out relatively easily like that, and each box has a certain item. That one's first aid, that one's playing cards and a torch. So I always know exactly where stuff is. I've got snacks in there, I've got charger leads for phones, cameras, all sorts, and that M1 has just got a little portable charger. So they're really useful, use them all the time, really like them. So that's that top shelf, and up there's about that much space that's not used, but you need that to be able to lift up the container and bring it out. But that is out of the way and very useful. Right, so there you have it. That's my Swiss Army style, other pen knives are available, Swiss Army style cupboard. Quite a lot going on, as I showed you in the video. Hopefully you'll be able to take maybe one of the ideas away and use it in your van. If you do, then that would be absolutely great. Please do leave a comment down below and let me know which idea you've used. And if you've got any other ideas of what you've used in your van, I mean, I have watched quite a few videos on some of your channels, and I've been picking up little ideas here and there. But if there's anything there that you think I might be able to use, because I'm constantly adding things to the van, evolving different ideas over time. So yeah, if you've got any ideas, then please do leave a comment down below. So I hope you enjoyed that one. If you did, as always, please give us a thumbs up. If you are new to the channel, then please do hit that subscribe button down below. I've now, as of today, surpassed 1,000 subscribers, so a massive thank you to everybody who's supported me in a short space of time. Really, this channel, I haven't been doing this channel for very long, and my target was obviously 1,000 subscribers. I'm now at 1,024, something like that. So massive thanks to everybody who's supported me, who's subscribed, commented, liked. I really do appreciate it, and it just makes it all worthwhile. So that's it for today. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next video.